Hey guys, so this is going to be an unscripted video as I wanted to talk about the fact that Tales of Graces has finally been announced to be getting a remaster for the Nintendo Switch, and not only the Nintendo Switch but also the PS5, Xbox X Series, Steam, and the PS4 and Xbox, the Xbox One. Like, those consoles are over 11 years old. Like, I guess it's just ridiculous to see that we're still getting games. Namco beat like, I think Tales of Berseria was released in 2016, so maybe early 2017. So I guess it was also, and it was released on the PS3. So even that was only 10 years. Namco really likes old consoles, obviously. Anyway, so I guess you presume to know how I'm feeling about the fact that Tales of Graces has been announced as a remaster, and to be honest, I'm really happy. This is like the first time I've actually had some genuine good news in a while. Is it my most desired remaster? No, I'd probably say Tales of Rebirth, but the fact is pretty much every Tales game that isn't Symphonia is probably in a major need of a remaster right now. So like, you know, be it Graces, Hearts, Abyss, the Destiny games, like all of them are, you know, in major need. So I'm not upset that it's Graces getting the first. In fact, Graces is arguably one of the best examples of best ones to do, because obviously it's not two games like the Xillia games. It's in HD, so it won't look like old and outdated like maybe a Rebirth or Abyss would. So it makes a lot of sense. It's also widely considered by some in the West to be the game that sort of cemented the series in the West. Like, pretty much Graces was the last. Was the first. Since Graces, we have not missed any games. Like, before Graces, obviously we had, you know, Vesperia in the PS3, Hearts, we had a whole bunch of gaps. But since Graces, we've been consistently getting all the releases. So some would argue that that's why it's kind of an important title. So yeah, like, it's a pretty basic remaster. It just looks like it really doesn't look much different from Graces F on the PS3, to be honest. Like, people might be able to point out some slight graphical improvements. To be honest, I don't really care that it's not really got any major graphical improvements. The few gameplay tweaks, I guess, are nice. They, you know, the fact that we can avoid encounters and stuff like that. No real biggie. Tales of Graces is a brilliant game regardless. So, like, the main thing I wanted is I just wanted it playable on modern systems, and that's exactly what we're getting. Now, hopefully it doesn't have all the bugs like the Symphonia port did. If it's reasonably limited on bugs or has no bugs, preferably plays well, I'm really fine with the game as it is. Hopefully it's not priced too high. Knowing Namco, they are probably going to price it too high and it's not going to sell well as a result. But hey, it'll get Steam discounts, so even though it won't sell well on the Switch, which I like, I mean I like the Switch, so I wish it would sell well on the Switch. It will still sell well on Steam. So look, it's a win-win anyway, so it should be fine. One other thing I want to mention is, along with the announcement trailer, we also got a message from the producer, and I believe he referred to the fact that this is part of something called the Remasters project. Now, I don't want to get your hopes up, but there is a possibility that for the series' 30th anniversary, which is obviously next year, there is a good chance that we could be getting more than just the Graces remaster. We could be getting a whole bunch of other remasters. Now, Namco loves to just throw you a bone, only to you realise that it was not a bone, it was just a random stick. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But what I'm saying is basically they tease us and then deliver nothing. So I won't believe that this is part of a series of remasters until I see the next one. And for all I know, the next one might not even be for like another 2 years. Like, knowing them, like, it took them. I still do not know how this game, which looks to be like a minimal improvement over the original Tales of Graces, took them this long just to port to a bunch of other systems. Like, this could have been done in less than a year. Maybe I don't understand modern game development times or something, but it just feels like these take way too long. Like, compared to like how long the Tales took to port games to other systems in the past, like if you go back to the noughties, like they ported Vesperia to the PS3 with additional content in like a year. Yet it took them like 3 to 4 years to do the same, to port that exact same game with no additional content to the PS4. I don't get it. Anyway, so look, at the end of the day, this is good news. I'm glad we're finally getting a new Tales game. I've been like telling people that I feel like the series has been dead since Arise. So, look, I'm glad we're getting another remake. Look, at the end of the day, I'm actually probably more excited about a remake than I am about a new game because of where Arise went. But look, fingers crossed this is a start of something new and we are getting a whole bunch of remasters. Again, I really hope they do the Japanese titles that never came out, like Rebirth and the Destiny remake and Destiny 2. Besides that, yeah, please buy Tales of Graces when it comes out so that Namco knows that we actually want these remasters, and have fun with one of the best combat systems in the series. Also, feel free to check out my retrospective of the game, which I put as a link down below in the description.